Alright, let's do this thing. It's Friday. Here's the 1 o'clock.
Fucking thing won't launch now.
Anyone verified the double XP for the weekend?
Yes. Right on the
already active.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack.
Who's Jack again?
You don't have.
Jack's got some internet weirdness going on, apparently. Oh, I don't know what's going on with you. We got nothing. We got garbled. You're not even coming through Discord. And yes, if you didn't hear that from Econdis in here, Double XP is active. Thank you to Econdis for go ahead and checking that out. Jack's having some technical difficulties there. You may have to.
I was launching something. And
it was really messing you up.
It did not want to cooperate at all.
Yes. Yeah. Technical difficulties Friday. That's right. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Friday, August 17th, 2018, here inside Shroud Avatar. And of course, what would a show of Lunch with Laz and Jack be without some kind of technical oddities? That's right. You blame Laz. He blames Laz.
Yeah, this time it really was Streamlabs hung up before the show. Yeah, Slobs hung up before the show. And it wouldn't let, right now it's telling me to connect with my account. It's like,
now, I noticed you pulling your headphones off your ears during the intro. Was the intro awfully loud for you, or what was?
It's even worse. It was just repeating over and over and over, just a little bit of it, so I couldn't even hear any of it. And I don't even know. I don't know what my Twitch username and password are. Shit.
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. All right. Okay. Well, while Jack looks that up, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Don't forget, yes, it is Friday, and double XP weekends are now in effect, thanks to our buddy Econdis, who's always out there checking on that for us and verifying that information. We appreciate it.
Don't forget to go out and spend $5 more to add to our fund.
Well, Spiffy, you know that if you've spent $5 on anything this month during one of those weekend promotions, those Friday promotions, you're already in. You don't have to spend more money, but of course the devs will.
And you know I want that die.
That's right. So I was going to say the devs will always thank you for contributing $5 more anytime towards those funds. And yes, I know that everybody's wanting that die. I'm surprised they didn't get it last week. And yes, for those of you guys who are following on Twitter, poking a little fun at it today.
Yeah.
It's Jack's face palming going, I wish I would have wrote down that password.
No, now I've got a fucking...
Now he's got to go and reset his password.
I don't know.
I've got to do the two-factor registration.
Oh, what the? Yeah. Always love that when I need to go grab a key after I reinstall something, and it's like, I just want to do it in 30 seconds, and it doesn't happen.
Let's just say, did I reinstall a fucking thing right now? And okay, the registration code is 263
386.
Yeah, and it's like so now it's like.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you want to make money. They make you do all sorts of stupid stuff to be verified and make sure that people ain't robbing you. Like somebody would want to come DRM. Rob this stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another reason I love GOG and their DRM free merchandise.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Now, oh, fuck.
Now, what he's running into here, Spiff, is in order to keep your account safe in these situations, because we have payouts on them, they want a two-factor authorization, which is usually, it's annoying, but it's pretty easy sometimes. But other times, it goes.
Right now, it's trying to import my scenes right now, which is even worse.
And to top it off, they use pretty good two-factor, which updates every 30 seconds. So if you don't get the code, sometimes it takes 15 seconds to get the text, and there's only 15 seconds left to enter the code. And if you enter the code and it expires before you hit enter, then you're fucked and you got to do it again.
Fucker.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that must be what's happening to me with Google, man. They keep sending me all this stuff and says, "Here, we've sent you a code. Type it in." It's like, I have a hard time reading that tiny ass print that they're using.
Yeah. Now I would tell you it's like the Steam two-factor authentication, but you don't use Steam, and you wouldn't know anything about that. So anytime
Steam is evil.
Anytime you log into your account.
With the proper PvP-ness.
Yes, with the proper PvP-ness.
Yeah, let's just say I've got to re-import the right fucking piece of shit.
I've never had any luck retrieving or importing scenes or stuff like that. I've always had to just rebuild them. I find them easier just to rebuild them from scratch, personally. I mean, that's just
I had it all set up, man.
Well, yeah.
It was all working well, and until it just hung up today. It's like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't know anything about that. Nobody believes me when I say that happens to me. Everybody goes, "Oh, no, it must be your equipment, man."
You're the one that keeps on breaking shit.
Welcome to my world, my friend. Anyway. Yes,
Jack,
I
you just won the lottery.
Yeah, I've got my solo scenes.
Yeah, no.
the wrong.
I'm not
fucking
gonna comment.
one.
I'm not gonna comment on that. I'll leave that one.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fucking.
But yes, of course, don't forget today. It's only a 1-hour live stream, the regular Friday afternoon live stream. There's gonna be
and it's questing part 2.
Questing part 2. Yes, that's right. And again, sales just started. Let's take a quick look at the main page and see where we're at and what it's got to say.
We're at $5.
58K. That's where they left off last week. $58,000. Only 7,000, Spiff. So, Spiff, you got to rally the troops out there to get that $7,000 to get that box of replenishing Aether dye.
So
that's right. You all need those lovely greenhouses that are also storefronts. Go and buy one each.
Yes, indeed.
If I can get 7 of you to buy those houses, I'll be happy.
Well, that's only $700.
When you could always go play around with the new basement hatches. because they're also.
I got loads of basement hatches.
Yeah, I sell those
dungeon
things.
hatches.
You're thinking
Hatches are
dungeon
all-
hatches.
The dungeons. Sorry. The
Dungeons.
There you go.
Now, Spiff, have
Although they
you
are
found the
currently not
craftable
on
one yet?
sale. But
Dungeons.
well, the weird thing is, they're not on sale yet.
Well, let's take a quick look. Is anything on sale yet?
Well, heraldry's on sale.
Well, you do know that some people have
Wearable-
those basement dungeons, and they said that they're the crafted ones. So the recipe is out there somewhere, and I haven't been able to find it.
It doesn't look like they're putting the dungeons on sale at all, is what it looks like. Everything else is on sale.
Yep.
Get your 20% off.
Now, dungeons, no sale on the dungeons.
Which is probably a they'll probably fix that at some point later today or at the end of the month. Yeah, so yeah, something's going on with OBS completely because or I should say slobs completely. I was trying to, it's just not responding.
Well,
Yeah,
Econdas, you may think that, but you know what? I really have no interest at this point. There's, I'll tell you what. Let's look at it this way now. Of course, one of the things Jack and I have been talking about, and we joked about the extending the sale monthly every Friday and doing a telethon, and that was a joke. And of course, we wound up with it, and of course we've been talking about double XP and double XP becoming the standard. And
Yeah.
right now,
Well,
from my point of view, as long as I know double XP is coming for the weekend, and this is a fallacy in the system as far as I'm concerned, I have no desire to go out hunting during the week. I'm gonna wait for the weekend to go out hunting, so I have no incentive to play during the week now, so I don't know if anybody else is running into that. But I mean, for the most part, let me just
I play
say,
no matter what. I don't give a shit.
for the record, most of the time I'm a merchant and I'm just running around stocking vendors. You all know
You're
that.
sitting on your lot selling
That's right.
shit.
I'm
drinking
sitting
beer.
on my lot,
Well,
making
do
money.
you really think when we're sitting on the lot that it really matters that we're not collecting double XP?
Well, when I want to do my crafting for the stuff I sell, I don't do that during the week now. I wait for double XP.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm going to go out with, like, Spiffy was just touting the LFG feature, saying that he's been pushing the guild to use that when they're out up in the upper tiers. And, of course, he said they were out last night, but, if I had gotten an invite or a shout out, I would have said, nah, I'm okay. Now if somebody shouts out tonight, hey, you want to come to the upper tiers? I'm dropping all my, stock, and I'm going to dress up, and I'm going to probably go out and, bang out a couple million points this weekend.
You're gonna put on some armor and grab like 5,000 arrows.
I'm going to put on my dancing shoes, and I'm going out dancing. What do you think I'm doing?
That's right. Well, I mean, you could be like going out and grabbing the Crisco and your cornstarch and like.
Ragnaff.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer.
Yeah. So Jack is going to be taking a break. Here we go, and he'll be right back. And we'll turn that off for a moment while he's rebooting. But, personally, I mean, I'm just... I have no motivation to go out if somebody says, hey, Laz, I need an extra. And sometimes I used to just go because, I've been sitting around and I fully stocked all my vendors. And, I'd finished all my crafting and I was just itching to get out off the lot and do something. Now, nah. I'll watch funny YouTube videos during, while I'm just sitting on the lot waiting for visitors to come by.
There you go.
And for most people who know, when they come by the lot and I'm sitting on the lot, most any time of the day, I'll usually wave or tip my hat or interact with you when, you come by, because I'm usually just sitting here, sitting on the lot, waiting for people to come by and say hello. Now, what a lot of people don't know is people congregate here throughout the day sometimes. The pianos are a draw. I've had people just wander up and spend a couple hours sitting around playing music, and then they wander off.
Yeah, I got one on my lot for that.
Well, I've got one just, I think, on most of my lots now, but just so I can go ahead and... again, if I'm out one place and I get the urge, or I'm listening to the radio and I hear a song and I go, ooh, that would be great to have in game, I can stop at the nearest piano, sit down, and work on that right then and there.
Yeah, good luck finding a lot of that stuff.
Without having to stop, and go all the way back home. Nice to have pianos. I need some of those nice, big, grand pianos.
What you really need is to buy it off of Shroud Marketplace, because you can do that.
Well, yes, but I also have Spiffco here in game.
Yeah.
There is, I believe, it's more like a concertina than an accordion, isn't it?
No, actually, it sounds really good. It sounds better than the regular pianos.
We're talking about, Econdas asked if there was an accordion in game.
Yes, there is.
And yes, yes, indeed.
I think I have it on me. Let me check.
I was going to say, Shroud Marketplace, Econdas. I actually may have one sitting on the vendor over by the inn behind the set there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back yet?
Well, I'm back, except for not in game yet.
Yeah, no, I just want to put you back up on screen here. There he is, Spiffy breaking out the little concertina there. Oh, both of them broke them out.
Believe it or not, Econis, I believe they were telethon rewards.
Yes, and if you don't find one there, Econdas, I probably got 3 or 4 of them in a chest back there, but I do believe
don't
there's
worry,
one.
They're craftable.
I love how these guys just climb right across our walls. I wonder why the outhouse is always broken.
Well, it's because the fertilizer's not in game yet. That slot's only been there for a year for fertilizer.
Yeah, well, anyway, back to what we were talking about here. Skeggy, how you doing out there, buddy? Bro.
Nothing.
Yes. His sale's going to be ongoing all day today at 12 hours, noon to midnight Central Standard Time. As you saw, we were at 57K. Need another 7K to... why is that? I didn't hit refresh here either. There we go. In order to get to the next stretch goal, which is the replenishing Aether Die. And then, of course, continuing on, we've got at 80K the Aether Dragon statue, village size. 90K the Aether Axe and the Aether One-Handed Spear and the Aether Two-Handed Bludgeon. They don't tell us what that bludgeon is. I guess that's going to be a surprise.
Probably be Warhammer.
It's a big...
Could be a two-handed axe
piece connected to a stick.
Could be a club. That's right.
Yeah.
And then if we attain the $100,000 mark, the celestial themed wizard robes. Those the ones with the glowing moons, stars, hearts, and clovers on them, and rainbows.
Yeah, This is just gonna suck.
Don't just reload my scene.
There you go, List. What would you do with a drunken sailor? Jack, you're really having some difficulty there today, huh?
What? Well, I've got my scenes back. There's the one I want. I'm just trying to make sure that it's got my my last crashed again thing on it as well. But for some reason, it's not picking up the Zoom windows right now. So I could potentially start my stream right now if it found Zoom. But it's not finding Zoom in my windows.
Yeah, that's no good. You know, Skeggy, I absolutely agree with that. Back in the day, I used to run a shard with some folks, and we actually added horse poo as part of our systems, and you could actually, if you left it, it would just sit there, and eventually it would fester and collect flies. So if you let your horses run wild on your property, your property became infested after a while. Now all you had to do is take out a shovel, or just click the shovel and click the poo, and you would shovel it up and take care of it and clean it up like a nice responsible citizen of Britannia. And that would have been a great thing for a fertilizer. Your horse leaves a pile, you get off your horse, you shovel it up, and you store it for fertilizer for your plants. Absolutely. But, as you put it, yes, we need horses first. We got pigs. We could use pigs. We got cows. Don't necessarily need the horses, but, I'm just giving you an example of what we did with the, with the UO code.
Outhouse.
Yeah, you can just, I don't know who wants to go down in the outhouse to get that out, but,
I know who we can send.
Oh, see, Jack did it right. He built his greenhouses right next to the outhouses, so you just get automatic fertilization over there,
Absolutely. I mean, there's a reason for that. I mean, you got a couple outhouses that are
now
well used.
I would even dig that. You put an outhouse near it, your plants grow a little bit faster because of the ground contamination, as it may be.
At the same time, you need if anything contributing is eating a lot of corn products, then it's going to increase the rate of a certain health problem.
Methane.
And so you should actually have people getting some foodborne illnesses.
And welcome
with
Captain
lots of E. coli.
Fabulous, who just appeared up here right center screen. I gotta love it when people do that, because he came in on the fly, literally.
It's all good.
I know,
fabulous,
I know.
Man.
I love this shit. This is why we enjoy what we do, or at least I do, because you just never know what's gonna happen around
The great horse manure crisis of 1894.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There
109 feet of manure. That's awesome.
So what do you say? Episode 2 chat, or you want to do a little stand-up?
Whatever. I mean, we do have stand-up.
We do have stand-up. Friday.
Yeah. And yeah, restarting my computer and then changing scenes, and it's all working now. Which is, I had to restart my fucking computer for this. So don't forget stand-up corners, where the devs say, hey, I worked on this yesterday, I'm working on this today. Something random gets written down and eventually gets posted to the interwebs, and we get to interpret it so you don't have to.
There you go. There you go, just for you, Envy.
Just
Envy
for
goes,
you.
Stand up.
Yeah. He wants to hear about reviewing physical rewards again.
You know, you just may see that. I'm not making any... But it is a short one today. So.
They have not put in the Friday stand-up, so just Thursdays, where the art department... He is working on the Polynesian dress and flower crown work, and more Release 54 live stream rewards work. Reed was working on Release 55 rewards.
Hey, playing catch up.
And Scotty, he was working on puzzle box art and our Epic Origins and Runic card PDFs. Isn't that part of the stuff that's supposed to go out with the boxes?
I don't know. Can you get a PDF in a box?
So
that's
one of the things that's
content, isn't it?
One of the things that's supposed to go in the main box is going to be the Runic translation. So it's going to give you a Runic to English. This is what this letter is.
Right. Okay. Do you think they're putting a PDF in the box? Hello?
Do you think that's just a laminated card?
No, but if that tells me that they haven't printed that part yet. Because if he's working on creating the PDFs, he's also going to be trying to get everything ready for printing.
I would argue that point. I would say he's taking the card and turning it into a PDF so that it can be digitized. That would be my thoughts. But anyway, moving right along. I'm wondering what's going on with the puzzle box, but we'll get to that, I guess.
Puzzle box is in game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been in game for forever.
I had several puzzle boxes.
I've got about 5 or 6 of them sitting in a box over in the inn there. Yeah,
they are annoying.
They don't.
Then he's also working on the Polynesian spear and axe. Then over in design, Sanyo working on his pot business. Trying to...
Yes, you know, I got a pot business. If you meet me in the back alley after the show, we'll...
And imagine that Invico was moderated on your channel again.
Look at that. Too many symbols.
Okay, I know why they have been reviewing it. It was reviewed again and again, and several months of reviewing later. Oh crap, we forgot something. Yes.
They reviewed it again. Yes.
They forgot something. Yep. Whoops. Then after that, Sanyo is also working on quest improvements and tutorial work. Over in tech, Dr. Bob.
Bob.
He's also trying to figure out the puzzle box. And as long as they don't do the Chinese finger thing, they'll be fine. Because no one knows how to push their fingers in and twist to pull them out.
All right, Envy. I thought I clicked this the other day, so that shouldn't happen again.
Do it again.
Yeah, try it again. Try it again.
Blame it on the moderators, man.
Put excessive caps and symbols in your next text, please.
Use some caps and then put in a link to meet Spin. But yes, Wizard Smoke, he's working on bug farms, bugs, and the puzzle box. The Deathbringer, one and only, working on dungeons. Because I keep breathing. Are you talking to me or Laz?
Hey, well, you can hit either one of us up. We'll supply you with plenty of those for your entertainment and pleasure. Moving right along.
Yep. Burning Toad, working on bugs, Crown Merchant updates, and discussion. And studio services, Serafina working on forums, and Jira testing, and player services.
Exciting.
And, no useless overhead in the office.
Yes, everybody's out of the office. Is
no useless overhead. That means everybody can get things done.
I was just about to say that, and as you can see above, we're getting Release 54 work. We're on Release 55 rewards. Puzzle Box, which has been sitting there in my containers because it doesn't function for the last 3 years, is now getting worked on. Good
you
good
know
to
what?
see this.
And
tutorial
not
work
only
getting
that,
done.
but it takes 7 people to work on the puzzle box.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's with that, but you know, is everybody's got to touch it. You know how that works.
Yeah, I do. Everybody's got to touch it.
Everybody's got to touch it and play with it and go, ooh, shiny.
Ooh, what is this?
Yes. What can we do to make this? Yeah.
And part of the reason that the puzzle box requires like so many different developers to touch it is so you've got the art for the puzzle box, then you have to have the moving parts, then you have to have now we need some code to actually make it a puzzle. Now we need the
animate it from point A to point B. Yeah.
The puzzle and the code to synchronize. Then we need to have
puzzle box.
Then we need to have the bug that breaks it. Then we have to have someone go fix that.
Where
and then it has to
gives
go back
out
through
lot
the
deeds
process.
instead of one egg.
So,
But,
so there's a reason that more than one person's touching things.
Topic I wanted to get to yesterday.
Man, I have got a ton of saved passwords on my computer.
You think? God, you know, whenever I look in Google, it's ridiculous. I mean, just, pages upon pages of... But somebody started a discussion by the name of Mass, M-A-S-S, in the forums, I believe it was yesterday, and was looking for episode 2 information sources, where he was going to find information and what he could find out about episode 2. And we briefly touched on it yesterday, and we were like, ain't much out there. What is out there is in DLMB form and on the telethons it is. And again, I figured, well, we had a few minutes Friday here to go through what we do know about episode 2 for you folks, so that there's a little information out there for you. Now, of course, we do know that there is new landmass coming, and with that landmass will come new towns and new places and new dungeons and all that. But new tech that comes in with episode 2 will be in across the board. If you don't buy into episode 2, the tech will be available for episode 1 users. You just won't be able to go, say, retrieve it. One of the things they alluded to was like the new dungeon blueprints. Some of those blueprints may only be found in Dungeons in the New Lands, and if you don't have access to it, you won't be able to go hunt for it yourself. But you'll be able to, say, buy it off a vendor and use it over here in the old lands, as it may be. That's one of those things that we do know. Of course, we know dungeons are part of episode 2, which are coming in Next release. We know horses that were that were episode 2, if they're not a stretch goal, became yet again a stretch goal, which I believe is boggling everybody's mind out here. I mean, I can't recall, and if I really wanted to, I probably could go back and get all the clips, and of course it'll be in the end the LMB, where they said, well, if we don't make the stretch goal, that'll be on our episode 2 priorities list. Well, putting it back up as a stretch goal is not a priority list.
There's an easy way to see it, and that is the post episode 1 content plans, aka the 2-year plan.
2-year plan.
Yeah, which you ended up episodes 2 through 5. We're gonna have new land masses, new adventure areas in new towns per episode, new 40-hour storyline per 40-hour plus new storyline per episode, and new opportunities to settle POTs. And so it's like that included navigable ships, elven playable race, flexible lot placement, player-owned dungeons. What?
I'm all for that flexible lot placement.
Then wildlife scaling in town scenes, integrated Discord into game, which actually was brought in and then dropped. True first person, possibly VR.
Now, you want to talk about that, and again, you're getting a little ahead of, I was just going to cover what we knew they've spoken about, but let's get that up here.
That is from the 2-year plan. I've got to go find,
didn't have
not
the
draft,
plan
but the real one. You never thought we'd bring back the 2-year plan now, would you?
2-year plan. You never started the bot up again. I tried to get it in there.
I did.
No, it's not working.
I did, but he's not playing. But let's see. I got to click on here and go 2-year. Where is the 2-year plan? I had the draft up. Okay, there it is. Do I need to send you a?
Yeah, because I'm not finding it very easily here.
Okay, so the funny part is this is the post that is in the announcements, and the funny part about it is it still has initial draft on it. So it's like this is stuff that they're planning on doing: console controller support, map improvements, character customization, animal husbandry, companion mobile app, rent automatic payments.
Be nice.
Pack animals, mounts, underwater swimming, lot trading, crafting, decoration color changes via materials. What I love the fact is like they're taking stuff from the 2-year plan and implementing it right now. Like the dyes, that's coming in next month or the month.
We love dyes.
Yeah. And this is all part of their post episode 1 plans, which was part of their episode 2 plans, episode 2 through 5 plans. So it is all stuff that they are constantly working on, and it is something that should be.
Well, I mean, let's continue down this path here because there's things that are already here. Raid groups, parties of parties, tame pet leveling, which they've already started on.
Is party of some parties of parties
no,
available?
Not yet. But
didn't think so.
I'm guessing that the LFG was a precursor because that once you get that functional enough and people using it, then you can tie that to I want to join parties in the same area type thing. New creatures, we've seen new creatures. Let's just reskin them.
What? And call them aethers, not
They
new
call them
creatures?
aether. Yeah, let's see. Wild boar,
Yeah.
drakes, hydra, doppelgangers, wendigo, yeti, the door mimic, clockwork creatures.
Or Wendigo.
Yep.
Those are what they have listed here. So, but haven't seen many of those. We've seen the boar so far. We even the what was it
Oh, you
supposed
mean
to
the
be?
crashing.
Well, the drakes, the drakes are coming in, are going to come in as the wyverns.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Wyverns.
way, the razorback boars are tameable.
oh, interesting.
And pretty
Did
damn
not know
good
that.
too.
But this is post episode 2, and of course, I just don't see how you're going to get away with
Storm.
stretch goals as post episode 2 plans.
Well, the funny thing is, like, the elven playable race,
yeah,
Yeah, where
is
is
going
our
to come
little
up as a
elf?
stretch goal
as
according
well
to
as-
them.
as well as the mounts. The playable race that is the stretch goal is going to be the half elves, and the mounts and pack animals has become the stretch goal again, even though it was post episode 2 plans, or I should say post episode 1 plans.
Post episode 1, yes, absolutely. Now,
So-
I've actually seen this. Excuse me. Apparently, they're actually working on some VR something or another. I saw in a post out there, and that sort of dumbfounded me. Because, again, we knew that they had originally scrapped it, and then, of course, it showed up here, and I thought it had been scrapped again, but there's actually been some talk out there.
So you have to remember that one of our fans, Sater, is developing his own VR games for fun in his off time. So he has his regular job, and then in the evening he's working on VR games.
One of our previous devs, Finn Staber,
yes, also
big
huge in the
guy.
VR community.
Yes, and went on to form his own company, Chicken Waffles, and he's got some major success with that.
With baby hands.
Baby hands, yes. Shout out to Finn there.
And then Sater's game that's also on, I think it's the Oculus store, is going to be the something Ghostly Summer Wind. But yeah, you end up with the fact that in order to actually play VR games, you need a consistent frame rate of about 90 frames per second per eye.
And again, I wanted to comment that the one thing that they were working on was only for a first player perspective experience in that, and it wasn't going to be much.
But at the same time, can you even get anywhere near first person 90 frames per second in the game currently?
No, not with the problems I've got, and that would take another whole weeks of shows to get into the details of what I experienced.
I'm in first person mode. Woo! I clicked V, not running at 90 frames per second. Yay! There, out of first person mode.
Well, you know, that is. Hold on, let's see. Debug. I don't know. I'm getting 30 frames a second in this mode. What happens when I go into first person mode? Does it change?
Not really.
Yeah, actually, I gain about 10 frames a second going right into first person mode. But that's only 40 frames per second.
Now start panning around and doing things.
Yeah.
Oh, I can make you crash right now. I'll just summon a phoenix.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, and also List is pointing out that there isn't an engine in existence that can run this much stuff with this many different materials at 90 frames per second.
Yes.
So in order there is a huge technical hurdle, if they're going to do the game as VR, and I don't think they'll be able to surmount it without killing most of the graphics.
Now, I gotta, again, this is where I gotta step in, because, again, part of the post episode 1 was true first person with visible hands and weapons with the limited VR support for that. Now, if I recall right, Chris did a call out there to how many people actually use first person several months ago and realized that it was like, what, 1%? And they decided to scrap that. Now, am I wrong on that, or?
I'm sorry. You have to read Lift's response. Someone was drunk if they promised VR.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Someone was drunk. Well, you know what?
No, but
it's right here in print, and it's not the first time, List. We just call them as we see them, and we follow things.
It is part of the 2-year plan.
It is, and if he was drunk when he wrote it, but again, as I recall, this was, first off, this 2-year plan was given to us. When was
Last
this
year.
Posted?
August 10th.
August, a year ago.
A year ago, yeah.
Yeah, basically. And now that we've got,
are we halfway along on the 2-year plan?
You would think no, because this is again post episode 1, so we just
August.
released a few months ago.
Later.
So you gotta mark that from the release date, Spiff. You can't mark that from the post date, because you had to release it before you can get to the post episode 1. So.
Yeah, there are things that they worked on and tried, and like the integration of the Discord, that was in game for a brief part of the several months. But if you had 2-factor authentication enabled, you couldn't connect to the Discord chat, and it wasn't the voice chat; it was just the text chat. It was only text chat because they couldn't. The Discord API wouldn't work for voice, so that ended up getting scrapped for various reasons. So you end up with some things that they've worked on and had to back away from. So we do know that has happened. And
the VR place out of town. What are you talking about? You got a void near you?
What?
Is Freddy is telling Caffeine that they should check out the VR place out in town, and I'm wondering if they've got a void near them, because the void is the only VR place that I know that's really
that's because it's associated with Tracy Hickman. But yeah, Tracy Hickman does have the void that's run by his son, I believe.
Yes, his son is...
There are other places that also do VR stuff.
Not like the void.
Yeah,
just say it.
There are. Hey, just because the void has licensed a bunch of content from like different movies and other intellectual properties is a little bit cooler.
But anyway, these are what was put out there for again the post episode. And again, now I'm going to take this as it's stated. This is just post episode 1. This is not episode 2 content, as far as I'm concerned, except for the part where it says,
"Take me away, haha! They're coming to take me away, ho ho."
Except for the part where it says new lands and 40 hours of content in the new episode.
2-year plan.
Yeah, there it is. 2-year plan. But moving right along, we got limited amount of information at this time, and of course, as they bring it out, we'll tell you all about it. But we've got to get on. We got to get a move on, because we've got the whole weekend's calendars. Yeah, true. We don't. We ain't got to do nothing we don't want to do. Especially when we're the boss. We can do whatever the heck we want.
We're the boss. Yeah.
You know what?
We don't have to stop about that.
Let's just call it a day and go home now. What do you say? Yeah, no.
Yeah, show's ending early.
That's right. We're done. They're out of here. Take it easy. No,
I'm advertising the stores.
I restarted in the middle of the show, and I started my stream late. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Jack's got 45 minutes to make up here. But yes, quick shout out for our NBNN Trinity Avatar app available. Google Play Store, Apple iTunes Store, Amazon App Store. You guys know the drill. Go out and get a copy today. You can do all sorts of great stuff. Of course, the calendar, we're going to jump right to the calendar and get that knocked out because it's the weekend and you need to know what's going on for the weekend. It's double XP. And Hometown Heroes got your vape juice needs covered if you're looking for vape juice so that you can have those marathon sessions and not leave your gaming chair except for food and
that's why you can sit on the toilet and vape.
Yeah. NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar is hosted on nbnn.info. Click on the calendar button and you can see that it is an aggregate of all the available Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. If you have a Google public calendar or if you want to add events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, email that guy news at nbnn.info and he will do something with it eventually if he feels like it, or if he can figure out what to do with it. And then I may or may not read out your events depending on what time they are and whether or not you tip me. And Theridia still wants me to send her pictures of me wearing a coconut bra.
Yeah, we were waiting for that yesterday. We thought you were going to comply.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see the message until today after I got Streamlabs back up. So, yeah. But, yeah, I need to take a... It's going to be funny when it's like just the picture from up here, but I'm wearing the coconut bra and I'm not wearing a shirt.
You're not. Right.
That or I'm gonna have to do the selfie like a girl and like try to get the cleavage.
Don't forget the duck lips.
Yeah.
Don't forget the duck lips.
The duck lips. Yeah. But then we do have Monday through Friday, 12 and 6s, or whenever we feel like it on Radio Free Britannia is the stupidest show you could ever listen to. Lunch with Laz and Jack. Yep. 7 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock until midnight tonight on Avatar's Radio, DJ Aline Dragonfire is going to be doing the beat of Novia. At 10 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the Record Womb. Which takes us to Saturday. It starts off at 1 a.m. on Radio Free Britannia with the House of Omen, hosted by DJ Omen Crow. At 7 a.m. is Wake Up New Britannia with Wolfdom and Justin. At 9 a.m. on Avatar's Radio, Asclepius and Lord Baldrith are not doing Echoes from the Cavern because Lord Baldrith has taken a sabbatical.
Thought it was the other way around. I thought it was Asclepius. No,
I don't know.
I forget. I know their Style Teckle is now taking one of their places. I forget who it is.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. It was Lord Baldrith. Yes.
At 12 o'clock on is the Phoenix Republic meeting. At 4 p.m. on Avatar's Radio is Power Hour with Mick Foley. At 4 p.m. in-game, you do have the EVL's Virtue League PvP tournament taking place in Virtue Isles. Multiple tiers of PvP enjoyment. At 6 o'clock, Fiona Wildmane is doing her wild safari with Sister Love. At 7 p.m. is the EVL dungeon run with
Noob.
Denied. Dungeon Master is going to be denied for that one. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio is going to be Echoes from the Cavern again. At 8:30 p.m. is the Paxair General Meeting. At 10 p.m., you need to head out to the town of Novian Market.
Noma.
Go find Promo Alley for the Noma promo.
Sunday.
At
At the Fairpark Coliseum.
Starts off 1 a.m. Radio Free Britannia. House of Omen, DJ Omen Crow. In-game, you also have the Noma promo ongoing. At 4 a.m., it's
Dance,
time
dance,
to dance. With Royal Sexy on Avatar's Radio. 6 a.m. on is the Nomo Promo European Edition. And 9 a.m. Avatar's Radio. DJ Striker Sparhawks doing an eclectic flow of tunes because he's lost in the spaces.
He's lost.
At noon is going to be the Noma Promo America's Edition.
America.
Yep. At noon on Avatar's Radio, DJ Seleth is going to be doing some faster. Louder. And that louder wasn't picked up by my mic. And then 12:30 in game, you have in the town of New Britannian Market some astronomy night with Bowen Bloodgood.
Barkley.
2 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, DJ Hot Potato. 2 p.m. Oh, sorry.
On hold.
The final event of the evening is going to take place on Avatar's Radio.
Bacon.
Lady Eddie. And that is sizzling. Yep, and that's it. Yeah, that's our community calendar this weekend.
Isn't tonight
Nope.
Sparkhawks Gold?
No,
that's Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights happy hour. That's right.
Right. Today's Friday.
That's right. It is Friday. Don't forget.
There.
Check out the Questing Part 2 today at, I believe, 4 p.m. Part 3. Questing Part 2.
It is
Fundraiser Part 3.
Fundraiser Part 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, yes, you're watching Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Catching us in replays on YouTube or on the radio. Thank you very much for all your support. We couldn't do it without you guys. And again, you guys know the drill. There we go. Feral Do, thank you very much. 205 bits. Woohoo.
Yes.
That's total, yes. 205. Thank you.
Awesome.
And
he subscribed to Twitch Prime.
Hey, thank you very much. You guys know, again, you can sub, you can follow, you can cheer with bits. You can go to either of our sites to click on the donate links. You can go to patreon.com/NBNN and become a monthly supporter or sponsor, or you can use those Amazon Prime accounts and use those monthly subs. We'd appreciate them. And of course, crypto folks, send some coin his way because Jack accepts cryptocurrency as well. Of course, the Airy Fund, become a supporter today and play for a cause. Check out the airyfund.org. SodaConAustin.org. Gonna be a blast. Our good folks over at hometownhero.com save 20% when you check out. Use the promo code NBNN. Coil More Wands, Schroeder's Music Service, the Britannian Mining Company, Relics by Rild. Save 10% when you check out. Promo code NBNN. WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And I gotta get to the marketplace. Once again, starting the weekend off right. Late night last night.
It's your favorite website.
Selling those goods.
Not porn related?
That's right. Selling those goods over on ShroudMarketplace.com because
ShroudMarketplace.com really is Laz's favorite website. That's
it is.
He will tell you. Last night he had a sale.
I tell you what, this has been a good month. It's my birthday month. I've had a really good month on the marketplace. I tell you what, it's really helping to defray those SodaCon costs. So please shop my shop for those goods you need, because I need some SodaCon money. Skeggy Media needs some SodaCon money. Jack needs some SodaCon money.
Definitely, always. Buy from our shops.
So,
don't forget, there are over 125 different vendors registered at Shroud Marketplace. Each one is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. So you get all kinds of things, from accounts to game gold, all the way to services. Anything and everything that's game related can be bought or sold at Shroud Marketplace.
That's right.
And as long as it's not a bannable offense, we don't need that.
You name it. Sign writing, Gus Ball. Music services,
deco services, adventure and you can find some power level, and you can find.
Gotta love the competition on the power leveling. You know, those guys.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, especially considering it's like you can actually look at some of the feedback from some of those guys. Most of them will sit there and say, "Hey, you use my service. Please go ahead and review it." And you can see what the people are saying about what the reviews are like.
Absolutely. Now, one of those things I do is whenever I make my deliveries is I, of course, thank them for shopping weddings and more by Laz. And then I ask them to please leave feedback on their experience. And I've got quite the feedback, and I'm very proud of the feedback because I've got a 5-star rating on the marketplace. And you know, the reviews are actually from guys and gals like you who are spending their money on the vendors. So again, it's all by the players out there. It's the player marketplaces, the players leaving the reviews, and it's a place where you can find some great prices on stuff that you otherwise wouldn't find anywhere else. So
a bunch of expired stuff. I mean,
yeah, so loads and loads of expired stuff. Gotta love the marketplace, but I tell you what,
Shroud Marketplace, you can buy expired stuff.
Well, you can also find crafted goods. You can find anything and everything.
You got people out there selling tame pets. You got people like us selling teleport and recall.
And recall scrolls. Right. Yeah,
you got all sorts of great stuff. Services.
Grand pianos are out there.
Yeah, who's selling? Is it Caffeine selling the beer and wine making kits? He'll sell you the casks. He'll sell you all the ingredients all in a bundle.
I think he's sold out of that, so he needs to restock his vendor on Shroud Marketplace. If he wants to
name it,
more.
and you'll pretty much find it out in shroudmarketplace.com.
Yeah.
But meanwhile,
and if you have something and you want to sell it, you can always register as a vendor at Shroud Marketplace and start selling your stuff.
It's so easy to do. Even I did it. I tell you what, that's how easy it is. And you see the technical difficulties I have.
Yep.
Anyway, we got to wrap it up for today. As always, we're beyond our normal time, but of course, we don't care. We don't need no stinking rules. Reminder, we're only going to be here 4 days next week because, hey, we're the boss.
Real life.
Right. Real life stuff. We'll tell you more about that on Monday. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
Now.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy that double XP. Don't forget to help reach those telethon goals today and enjoy those sales. And we'll see you all on Monday.
I want that die, people. Get out there and get me that die.
Yep. So, since we went live, I think the add-ons